Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Nightwing, issue number 54. All right, let's get started on this. Not a bad issue, guys. Not a bad issue. So we got Night Terrors, Part 5, Stepping into Air. Scott Lobdell did the plot. Fabian Nicieza does the script. Gary Brown and Will Conrad are the artists. Nick Filardi does colors. And World Design did the letters. Chris Mooneyham and Nick Filardi did the cover. And this gorgeous variant cover is Yasmin Putri. All right. And of course, Marv Wolfman and George Perez working on the creation of Nightwing in and of himself. So we got this cat, Zach. All right. We get to see all of the Nightwings in all four of them in action at this point. They all got to find out their own individual nicknames. For now, the main guy is still Nightwing, and they are the Nightwings. I don't know who the other three are going to be called yet, but this indicates that we're going to get a lot more of them. I'm actually really happy about this. Actually, I think that most of you guys who have been following me, my reviews for Nightwing, know that I'm actually really happy with this series. I dig the idea of a whole bunch of new people trying to be Nightwing, especially since most of them are cops. One of them is actually a firefighter. I didn't actually realize that in the first place. But yeah, a firefighter who got run out of the police academy. Cool. Cool. Zach is the one kid, though, and it's funny, he's the best out of all of them because he doesn't actually want to be a vigilante. It's one thing to be a vigilante if you are not a cop, but if you are a cop, I feel like that should be your role, and that's exactly how this guy feels. Now, he's very unconfident, he's not entirely sure what he's doing, but a lot of that could just very well be because he's not so sure about doing this. He doesn't like the idea of doing this. He's like, dude, I've spent, and his sister Colleen is, ragging on him. It's like, I've spent all my time dedicated to protect and serve, but through the law, and now all of a sudden I'm going to be a vigilante and I'm not going to follow the law anymore. Still a good guy, but without rules. Rules are the main thing that separate the cops from the bad guys. Without the rules, you got cops on the take. You know what I'm saying? You got criminal cops. That's what you got, And this kid, Zach, actually realizes that. I can't say he's my favorite one, but I like his morals more than all of them. Colleen might wind up being a problem at some point. She's way too excited to be doing this. As for the other two, though, I'm still have yet to see, but I'm liking all four of them, for the most part. As far as Rick Grayson, I like the conversation that he's having with what is his name now, Dr. Gruady. For crying out loud, I've never said this word before. I didn't even know what this word was. Gruide, I guess it is. Anyway. Looked it up because I figured a lot of times they're usually little, spoilers, hints, and things like that. And it's interesting. I knew this guy was the Scarecrow. He looks like the Scarecrow. He's definitely meant to be the Scarecrow. Duh, he's the freaking Scarecrow. But Gruidae is actually the species name for a crane. Interesting. I like that. So what do you call it? I don't know, man. Like, this comic book it had me smiling almost the entire time. It got pretty much every step right, every step along the way. You got the new guys portraying Nightwing. You got Nightwing not wanting to be Nightwing anymore, and he's thinking he's in the clear right now, but Scarecrow, under an alias, has been watching this guy the entire time. Wow. And he's got this little like chibi looking stuffed doll or whatever of Nightwing, and I'm pretty sure he knows that this is Nightwing at this point. Maybe not. Who knows? Who actually cares? But this is sick, man. He's all just like you. He's just like you. Wow. I'm loving this. So next issue, they're saying we're actually going to get the Scarecrow. Cool, baby. Don't rush it. I'm in no rush to see this story play out. And actually, I'm really enjoying the Nightwings' story more than I'm enjoying Rick Grayson's story. Not to say I'm disliking Grayson's story. He's with this girl right now, and he says at one point something to the effect, if I would have had the physical copy in my hand, that's one thing, but just can't keep on doing all these physical copies for everything. But he says at one point when he's kissing his new girl, he's like, she sees what does it mean to be with a woman who sees a different person than who you are? You know, something to that effect. I can't remember what the exact line was. And again, I'm not going to go fishing for it, but it was cool because it's talking about perceptions. You know what I'm saying? She's seeing somebody, she's seeing you, but the question is which version of you? Is it even a real version of you? Because it's just a perception. Hey man, a guy who saves a kid from a burning building and has a woman run up and just say, "You're a hero." She sees you as, something cool. But what if the guy who actually saved the kid put the kid in your arms and then ran away, and she comes around the building and sees you with the kid and thinks that you ran into the, and you didn't. So she's still saying, "You're such a hero." But in reality, you're not. Or maybe you are, but you weren't that hero. You weren't the hero that saved this kid. That's the thing. Like, how do people actually perceive us? Interesting. Especially since, like, this week's paper in my master's program is about perception. So I might use this in my paper. Just got to put in APA format, baby. Anyway, I really did dig this issue. This is a really interesting take on the Nightwing personage, and who better than freaking Scarecrow? Honestly, who better than Scarecrow to come in and try and mess everything up? So digging this, I can't wait to see where this goes. And the variant covers, man, for this comic book, out of this world. Yasmin Putri, looking at you. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.